For months, we've been tracking development of what people commonly call a mystery tower, and that's because no one's known who the occupant would be or who was doing it or whether it was real. But for the past year and a half, I have had several sources giving me some information that yes, indeed, we're looking at a tower eventually being built on what is now the Stage Center site. We are now breaking the story on that. There is going to indeed be a tower. It will at least be 20 stories high. There is no tenant yet. It is going to include some Class A office space for lease. This is the first time we've seen a developer create Class A office space available to the overall market since Leadership Square opened 30 years ago. There will be an anchor tenant, but again, that lease has not been signed and that announcement has yet to be made. This development is going to be a big boost to a downtown that is already thriving. It will reconnect the Central Business District with Film Row. It is to the east of a new downtown elementary. That's John W. Rex Elementary. It is being built now. The walls are going up. And it is to the west of a revamped Myriad Gardens that is seeing a lot of usage every day now. It's a very popular park now. It is, of course, to the catty corner of Devon Energy Center. And there's also a lot of development still possible across the street where much of the block was bought up by Nick Preftakes. And we're seeing the old Black Hotel, also known as One North Hudson. All of the office tenants are being emptied out, and we're tracking what's happening with all that property as well. This tower will include retail and restaurants on the first floor. There will be a garage with it. It will be at least 20 stories high. I would imagine that we'll probably see it a little bit higher, maybe quite a bit higher when everything is said and done. I will remind people that when Devon Energy Center was first announced, they said it would be at least 34 stories high. It ended up being 50 stories high. We are probably looking at construction starting in 2015. The developer, Rainey Williams, said that he does not see this interfering with the Festival of the Arts in 2014, but did not have a good answer for 2015. That seems to be a reasonable time period. There will be some potential controversy with this project because it calls for the removal of Stage Center. Stage Center was designed by the late John Johansson. Johansson was from the Frank Lloyd Wright class of architects. He is from a very prominent group of architects from the mid to late 20th century. Stage Center is featured in architectural textbooks. It is the only building in Oklahoma City that's won International Architecture Awards. There was an effort by the preservation community and by local architects to try to find someone to rescue the property, to redevelop it. Those efforts did not pay off. So the property is seen as really having met its demise. There's no rescuer in sight. It was extensively damaged by flooding in June 2010. It was damaged even more by flooding that occurred on May 31st. It's been stripped of all the wiring by copper thieves. It is in bad shape. But there will be probably some people who will still try to protest demolition that will need to take place. And demolition will need to be approved by the Downtown Design Review Committee. This could alter the timetable for when something gets done. There will be a discussion. Rainey Williams himself, he's a lifelong Oklahoma City resident. His work includes the purchase and renovation of BOK Plaza downtown. He also bought an adjoining parking garage and fixed that up quite a bit. So he's got a good track record in downtown development. His father was good friends with Dean A. McGee. We're talking about a family that's got deep roots in Oklahoma City. There's still much that we don't know about the project. We don't know what the building will look like yet. The design is still being done. We don't know what the tenant mix will be like. There's a lot of rumors out there online, on the internet, and they're simply premature. We do not know who the anchor tenant will be, and there's a good possibility it could be one of a couple different names. This is a very fluid situation. We're also not sure whether Rainey Williams will be seeking public assistance for this project, whether he'll be seeking tax increment financing. We know that it will include a garage. We also don't know who the architects will be, who the contractor will be. There's just so much we don't know, but he promises we'll be finding out more within the next 90 days.